Hi everyone, and welcome back to your next Summer Sculpt series workout. If you're new here, my name is Tish. I'm a Pilates and strength coach, and I am so excited that you're here. In today's flow, we are going to be working on arms, back, and core. We have our dumbbells along with our Pilates ball. When it comes to my weights, I have a light to heavy set. Now, I always say take what you need. If anything is feeling not as challenging, that is a good sign to progress yourself in weight. If anything is feeling too challenging, just drop the weight down. Always stay in tune with how your body feels, and most importantly, make sure you feel good and your form is intact. Now, if you do have ankle weights, please feel free to put them on. It is optional, but again, if you do want that extra challenge, take it and just do what feels good for you. With that being said, let's go ahead and start in our warm-up. You can meet me in the back of your mat, feet directly underneath your hips. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. From here, place your hands on the outsides of your rib cage, connecting with your breathing and your Pilates breath, as we are going to use this throughout the whole entire time in class. Soften your gaze and just feel what is comfortable for you. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Fill the rib cage up. Exhale out as you draw the fingertips closer to each other. Beautiful. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. 2 more times here. Inhale. Fill the diaphragm up and exhale. Draw the fingertips closer. 1 more time through. Nice big inhale. Hold it at the top for 3, for 2, for 1, and exhale. Everything back out. Beautiful. Drop the hands and arms down to the sides of the body. Inhale, drop the arms down to meet the bottom of the mat. Bend through the knees. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling as you exhale. Inhale, bring the arms back down. And exhale, lift back up. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, exhale, hold it at the top right here. Grab that left wrist with your right hand. Reach up and over towards that right side. Getting a nice stretch in that left side of your body. For 3, for 2, come back to center. In 1, unravel, grab that right wrist. Reach up and over towards that left side. Nice side bend stretch on that right side of the body. Holding for 3. Meet me back in center in 2. And 1. Meet me back in center with both hands. From here, slowly come down, forward fold, 1 vertebrae at a time. Drop the hands down to meet that mat. Soft bend in the knees. Relax your neck right here. Let's bend your left knee as you extend that right leg. And let's switch over to the opposite side. Right leg bends, left leg straight. And just switch through. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me with both knees having a soft bend. From here, walk the hands out to meet the front of your mat. Holding that tall plank position right here. Holding this right here. Scoop that belly button into spine, holding this for 5. Push that ground away from you. In 3, drop to those knees in 2. And 1, beautiful, drop to those knees. Knees in line with the hips. Untuck the toes. Going into that cat-cow. Drop that belly button down into the mat as your gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale right here. Exhale, draw that belly button into spine. Beautiful. Let's stay in this fluid movement. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me in that neutral spine right here. Going into that thoracic rotation, open up that left arm towards that left side of your mat. Inhale, exhale as you thread the needle through towards that right side. Drop that left shoulder down. Inhale, open it up at the top. And exhale, thread it through. 1 more time here. Open up at the top, hold that left arm up towards the ceiling. Let's just roll that wrist out for 3, for 2, for 1. Place that left hand back on the mat. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, open up towards that right side of your mat. And exhale, thread it through towards that left side. Drop that right shoulder. Inhale for 2. And exhale, thread it through. Once more, inhale. Hold it at the top. Roll that wrist out. For 3. For 2. For 1. Drop that right hand down to meet that mat. Make sure your hands over the shoulders. From here, tuck your toes underneath you. Going into the knee taps. From here, make sure there's no arch in your back. Bring that belly button into spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift those knees up off of that mat. Holding this here for 8. Good. Gaze is at the front of your mat. In 5. In 3, step that left foot back in 2. And 1, step that left foot back to meet the back of your mat. Step that right foot back to meet that back of your mat. Holding this tall plank position right here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you bring your glutes to meet the back of your heels into that pushback. Come back through center. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, push back. If this is too much, you can take everything down onto your knees and then pushing it back. If everything feels good and you want to progress, sit those hips back and come back to your starting position. Last 10. Make sure you're breathing. Last 5. In 3. Hold that tall plank position. In 2. Last 1. Holding everything here. Hold it here. For 3. For 2. For 1. Drop to those knees. Sit back into the hips. Child's pose. Beautiful. Take a few deep breaths here. Come back through center. All right, let's get started. Grab your Pilates ball. Meet me on your stomach here. Come all the way down. Make sure your legs are the width of your mat. When it comes to the Pilates ball, your arms are going to have a soft bend. Elbows are going to have a soft bend. Your gaze is down at the bottom of your mat. Going into your Pilates swan. Both palms are pressing against your Pilates ball. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you lift up that chest off of that mat. Bring that Pilates ball in. Your feet stay down on the mat the whole entire time. Slowly lower, everything coming down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. And drop it back. Warming up that low back. We have 3. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Last 1. Lower all the way down. Next time you lift up through that chest, hold it at the top. Draw that left elbow to meet the left side of your body. Bring it back down onto your ball and then lower back down. Inhale, lift back up, hold. Now draw that right elbow to meet that right side of your body. Come back through center and reset. Inhale, exhale, left side. So alternating here. Gaze is always down at the bottom of your mat so you're not straining your neck. Beautiful. 1 more each side here. Lifting up through that chest, holding. Right elbow meets that right side of your body. Back through center and lower. Inhale, left side. Left hand back to the ball, lower down. Inhale through the nose, exhale, lift and hold. From here, right elbow meets that right side of your body. Bring that hand back to the ball. Now we're just staying lifted the whole entire time as we alternate that elbow pull to meet the sides of our body. Good, stay lifted through, gaze is down at the front of the mat. Feet are down on that mat, not lifting through. Just that chest is up. Beautiful. For 10. Amazing. In 4. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me with both hands on that ball. Slowly lower everything coming down. Amazing. Grab the Pilates ball with both hands. Gaze is down on that mat still. Now going in here, full back extension. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you lift up the legs and lift up the arms as you hold the Pilates ball. Hold it for 2 seconds and then lower back down. Inhale and exhale and back down. Squeeze and then lower. Last 3. Last 1. Hold everything lifted in that back extension. Holding this here. Swimming it out with your legs only. Alternating each leg for 10. Hold it here. Gaze is down for 8. In 3. Lowering down in 2. And 1. Lower everything coming down. Beautiful. Keep that Pilates ball in front of you. From here, bring your hands right by your chest. Bring the legs together. Tuck your toes underneath you. Push yourself up onto your knees. From here, lift up through into that tall plank position here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you pike those hips up to the ceiling. And then draw everything back down into that tall plank. Beautiful. Pike those hips up. And exhale, draw everything back down. Getting into our core right here. Last 3. Adding on. In 1, give me 1 more pike up. As you lower down into that tall plank position, draw that right knee in towards your chest. Bring it back up into that pike. Right foot comes back down into that pike. Draw the hips down. Bring that left knee in towards your chest. Now getting in your core. Draw everything back up. Right knee in and back up. Alternating each side. Beautiful. For 5. Last one each side for 2. 1 more. Knee into chest. Pike it up. Draw back into that tall plank, not driving the knees in. From here, lower down to that right forearm. Lower down to that left forearm. Holding here and finishing out on a plank hold. Draw the hips in. Make sure your hips are not piking. They're not dropping. If I were to put a cup on your back, it would not fall. Hold this here for 10. Last 5. In 3. In 2. And 1. Drop to those knees, child's pose. Beautiful. Rock side to side. Come back up. Amazing. Let's get into our weights. Grab your dumbbells and let's head into our upper body. So, going to be on a diagonal here so you can see where I am. Going into some back, some shoulders, and some triceps. From here, bend from your hips. Slight forward lean in the chest. Now, the biggest thing here is you're not too upright. If you're too upright, you're gonna get more of your traps. So really lean that chest a little bit more forward, bend from the hips. Relax those arms towards the front of your mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you draw that right elbow into that row. Lower back down. Bring that left elbow. Beautiful. Alternating each side. Inhale and exhale. Last 15. Take your time here. In 3. Last 2. Last row, lower back down. Next time, double row, bring both elbows to meet the sides of the body, pinch the shoulder blades together, and lower back down. Beautiful. Make sure your chest stays stable. Engage that core. Last 10. Last 5. Into. Last 1, lower back down. From here, push the hips forward as you lift the weights up into that front raise. We're going into that quad lean back. As you lean back slightly, bring that left elbow into that row, come back through center, bring that right elbow into that row, come back through center. Both elbows come down back into that hinge, into that double row again. Push the hips forward, hold. Left side, bend into that quad lean, row that left elbow. Right elbow rows, come back through center, hold, and double row it down into that hinge. Push it forward. Left, beautiful. Last 10. In 5. One more row each side. In 3. In 2. And 1. Holding that front raise right here. From here, swing the weights through into that tricep sweep. Holding that here. Push the hips forward as you bring it back into that front raise. Inhale, exhale, thread it through. Squeeze those triceps and push back up into that front raise. Last 10. In 3. Holding that tricep extension in 2. Last one, hold that tricep extension. Bend from the elbows and then extend back into that tricep extension. Bend and extend. If the kneeling is too much, you can sit back on your heels. We're almost there. In 3. In 2. And 1. Hold that tricep extension at the top. Rotate those palms up towards the ceiling. Crisscross, left hand over right hand. Finishing strong. Crisscrossing up and over for 10. Pull the shoulder blades together. Beautiful. For 5. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Whew. Shake it out. Give yourself a few moments. Going into our core. I recommend to take your lighter weights here. Take your Pilates ball and place it towards the right side of you, or keep it close. Going into our roll-ups. Keep both legs extended, hip width apart or further together, or further away, or closer together, whatever is comfortable for you and your anatomy. Meet me all the way down on your back right here. Flex the feet, make sure your rib cage is not flared. Press that low back against the mat. Weights are in both hands at eye level. Push those heels against that front of your mat for extra support. Take an inhale through the nose, exhale as you peel up neck, shoulders, chest. Lift up nice and high. As you lift up into that roll up, we're pressing the arms overhead, biceps by the ears, holding it, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale, roll everything down in that C curve through your spine, not your chest, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale and exhale, lift it up through. And lower down. Adding on in 10. Last 3. Last one, sit up nice and tall. Hold it at the top here. Lower those weights down into that shoulder press. Press up through all the way, and then lower back down into that roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Press it back up, and lower it down into that roll up. Last 2. One more. Roll it all the way up. Sit up nice and tall. Isolating that shoulder press. Bring it down and back up. Just the press only. Beautiful. For 8. Sit up tall. Last 3, hold the weights at the top in 2. In 1, hold at the top, slowly lower all the way back down. Inhale, exhale. Next time you roll up, keep the weights at chest level. Draw that right knee in towards your chest. We're preparing for our full teaser. Lower down. Inhale, exhale. Left knee in towards the chest. And then lower down. Beautiful. One more each side. Right leg lifts and then lowers back down. Left leg lifts, holding it in that tabletop position. From here, bring that right leg to that tabletop position. Holding it here for 5, for 4, in 2, slowly lower everything back down. In 1, lower everything back down. Going into our full teaser here. Inhale, exhale, lift up through. Holding it here. If the weights are too much, take it away. And then lower back down. If you want to go in that full teaser, inhale, exhale, extend both legs at the top. Hold it here. And then lower back down. Take what you need. Beautiful. Last 8. Really work on your form here, no rush. Last 4. In 2. Last 1. Hold that teaser at the top or just holding it here. Sit up tall for 5. In 4, 3, 2, lower back down. In 1. Whew. Beautiful. Amazing job. Bring the weights to the sides of your body. Rock the knees in towards the chest. Whenever you're ready, slowly roll up like a ball. Grab those weights again. We're going into our next upper body series here. Now, I do recommend going with the lighter to medium weight as we are going to be doing a few complex movements. So we are going to be going into a push-up with a side plank rotation. Or you can take away the weights completely and just stay in tune with how your body feels. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Back, both hands are on the weights, okay? Fully supported, hands over the shoulders. From here, extend both legs back into that tall plank position, okay? From here, draw that belly button into spine. Inhale through the nose, exhale as you drop down into that push-up. As you push back up, hold it here, rotate the feet towards that right side, lift up through that right side rotation. Drop it back down, take your time, holding it here, back into that push-up, lift up through. Rotate towards that left side, hold it here. Lower back down. If you need to drop to your knees into that push-up, even in that rotation, push it up, rotate to that left knee and open up. That's your modification. Back through center. If not, you're going to take that full push-up and rotate. Beautiful. You got this. Last 10. In 5. Last one, push up. Here, hold, rotate, lower down, hold that tall plank position. Everyone meet me there for 5. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to those knees. Shake it out. Roll those wrists. Amazing push right here. Finishing off with our upper body. Going into some bicep curls, shoulders back. Rotate those palms towards the outside away from your body. Back in that kneeling position. Take some water, take what you need. If you're ready, let's begin. Inhale as you curl the weights up towards your shoulders and lower down. Inhale and exhale. Adding on in 10. In 3. Meet me at the bottom of your bicep curl in 2. Last one, meet me at the bottom. Next time you bicep curl up, hold it here. Arnold press, rotate those palms up away from you and press overhead. Rotate back down and lower back down into that bicep curl. Curl and rotate. Bring it down and lower. Bicep curl and press. Beautiful. Last 10. And 3. Last 2. One more. Bicep curl. Overhead press. Hold it at the top right here. Lower down that right elbow, going into that lat pull. Bring that right elbow down to meet that right side of the body. And push back up. Lower that left side. Bring that left arm to meet that left side of your body. And push back up, just like a lat pull. Beautiful. Getting your lats, your back, and lift. Beautiful. Finishing off in 3. One more each side in 2. And last one. Keep it up at the top, holding it here. Soften the elbows. Lower the weights down towards the front of your body. Going into a big around the world. Bring the weights up to the top. And then lower everything back down. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Cutting the range of motion. It's gonna get a little spicier. Finishing strong in 3. Meet me with the weights at the top in 2. You got this. Last big around the world. Hold it at the top right here. From here, lower the weights down halfway and bring it back up. We're just here for 10. And up. Finish strong here. Stay with me. Don't drop those weights. You got this. For 5. Lower the weights down halfway in 3. Beautiful. I'm right here with you in 2. In 1, lower halfway. Hold it right here. Hinge and bend from the hips, slight forward lean in the chest. Bring those elbows to the sides of your body. Sit back onto those heels. Push forward, back out. Extend those arms. Beautiful. Second to last exercise before we cool it down. Push those hips forward. You got this. And draw it down. You guys asked for more upper body and you guys are getting it. Stay with me. In 5. Last 3. Hold the arms extended in 2. Beautiful. Finish strong. Last one in 1. Hold it here. Flip the palms down and then flip the palms back up. We're here for 10. Stay lifted. I'm right here. I feel the burn as well. We're finishing strong for 6. Yes. In 3. Last 2. And 1. Beautiful. Drop the weights. Move them away. Shake out those arms. Shake it out. Meet me in that child's pose. Let's stretch out that upper body. Sit into your hips. Reach those arms far in front of you. Stretch out those lats and that low back. Walk the hands towards that right side of your mat, getting that stretch in that left flat area. Walk it over to that left side. Come back through center. Roll up into all 4s. From here, drop those hips down into that cobra. Stretching out that core. Rock the hips side to side. Come back to all 4s. From here, inhale through your nose, open up that left side like we did in the warm-up. From here, thread that needle through, drop that left shoulder down to the mat. From here, lift that right arm over towards your low back. And we're just gonna stretch it out here. Opening up that chest, getting a nice stretch. In 2, and 1. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Lift up through, opposite side, opening it up and threading it through. Drop that right shoulder. Lift that left hand towards that low back, left arm to that low back, and hold it here. Lower that left arm down, come back through center, swing the feet around you towards the front, sitting in a crisscross position, whatever is comfortable for you. From here, cross that right arm over your chest, bring that left arm underneath and pull into that tricep stretch. Slowly unravel and bring to the other side. Cross over that left arm, right arm comes under. Inhale and exhale, release. Bring both hands to meet the back of your mat. Clasp the hands behind you. Open up that chest for a nice big chest opener. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale here. Slowly relax, come back to your center. Unravel the hands slowly. Drop that right forearm down to the mat. Lift up through that left arm and get a nice big reach. For 2. For 1, come back through center. Now going over, rotating, bring that left hand to meet your right knee. Bring that right hand all the way back behind you to get a nice stretch in that low back. Slowly come back through center. Switching it to the other side, drop that left forearm down, reach up with that right arm up and over, holding here. Come back through center here. Bring that right hand on top of that left knee. Bring that left arm behind you and rotate. Slowly unravel, come back to your center. Nice big inhale through the nose, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, release everything back down. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale, lower down. 1 more, inhale. Hold at the top, both hands meet together. Slowly lower down to your heart center. Again, you move through challenged, you pushed yourself, and you made it through. Happy Monday, and you made it through your next Summer Sculpt series. I'm so proud of you. You guys did amazing in this upper body and core sculpt workout. You did absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Next Summer Sculpt series will be dropping on Thursday, which is going to be another amazing workout. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you're liking this series, how you're liking the workout. Give me all of your feedback. I appreciate it so much. And with that being said, I'll see you for the next Summer Sculpt series on Thursday, and I'll meet you on the mat again. I'll see you then. Bye.